The head of election observer mission in Zimbabwe, Dr. Mumba, has spoken out in Liberia where he is actually observing elections. And he has, in a way, rebuked President E D Mnangagwa in a diplomatic way. But let us, listen to his comment, and then I'm going to give you my comment later. Let's listen to what he says here.
By the young has been run effectively by the young. They came in their numbers to vote, which is a very good sign for post-war Liberia. We also saw them participating heavily in the actual running of the election as officials and NEC officials. And we think that it's the right direction that this country has taken. And we also think that we have been given an opportunity to fully observe without any hindrances, or maybe them stopping us from having access to the different institutions or areas of the election. So we think those are positives. All we can say to the Liberians is that we commend you as a people for the manner in which you handled yourselves yesterday during the day of election. But we would like to urge the Liberian people to continue with this spirit beyond the election day and ensure that they sustain the peace and the unity that we enjoyed on the elections day, so that peace can become part of their capital to develop their nation and to unite this great nation and be an example in West Africa as a nation that believes in democracy. Let me make something extremely clear. The moment the African people start to lose confidence in electoral processes, that is when you start to see the rise in military coups, which we don't want on this continent. It is therefore critical that leaders across this continent take democratic elections as a major issue. They must make sure that the elections are free and fair, because that confidence that comes from that free and fair election gives credibility to that leadership that takes over. And in the absence of that credibility, you open other avenues of trying to form governments using illegitimate means. So this call is a knock on all of Africa, not just West Africa, all of Africa, to ensure that electoral processes are free, fair, and credible. We have no option but to make elections become free, fair.
All right. A few days ago, there were people who were mocking Dr. Nevers Mumba on Twitter, including the ANC Secretary General, Fikile Mbalula, saying that he is working with the US and therefore is a puppet. But they missed the point. The point is, what did he say things on his own, or it was someone who had a great concern over the past elections? There were many flaws that were there and they need to be corrected. And the fact that he's working with US aid does not diminish the fact that in Zimbabwe we were saved by the US aid from 2006-07, when there was hunger, and even up to now, US aid is still supplying a lot of our people with food. Have we said those people that are from the US aid, have we labeled them people who have got an agenda? No, they are there to feed our people. It's only when we think that when somebody is working for the US aid, then they are a handler or they are a puppet. But the fact of the matter, his point here, what he's making is that if we do not allow democratic processes, we open the door for these military coups that are happening. And that also then brings the issue that I saw some people saying we want to come against Dr. Nevers Mumba and all of that. This report that was given by Nevers Mumba, it was not Mumba's report. Yes, he was leading the head of that delegation, but it does not make him he has to agree. If you have a problem with Mumba's report, you must also have a problem with the AU report. You must also have a problem with Qatar report, because all of them, they pointed out the same thing that Nevers Mumba was pointing out. So if the people from ZANU-PF are saying we have a problem with Nevers Mumba, they must not just be having a problem with Mumba, they must also have a problem with African Union in particular. But because Nevers Mumba was an easy target for them to criticize, it was convenient for them to push scathing attacks on him. But this is uncalled for. It is, the truth must just be be given out there as the truth. This is what is happening, and we need to resolve it. But what do you make of Dr. Nevers Mumba's report against the president? And do you think people are going to act upon it? And do you think the Africans in particular are going to listen to this call to most African presidents that they need to respect the democratic processes? Otherwise, they open up doors for military intervention. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.